Heskett. It is great to have you in the library.
Good to see you.
Okay, you've got a new book, Integration, Integrity, Wholeness, Totality. Why is this stuff important for human existence? Why is it important for our careers? What's going on?
Well, we need to, first of all, note the brilliance of modernity, but we also need to note the diminishing returns of that same era. And so what happens in the Western move toward modernity? We become focused less on community, more on the great individualism. We focus on specificity. We break things down, and that becomes the brilliant and setbacks of the focus of the modern era.
So in modern times, we've learned to break things apart, zero in and look at them closely. But hasn't that led to another kind of breakdown? The breakdown of modernity itself?
It has. And what's happened is through the microscope, we were able to find the most minute details. The Bible, we found out, had a portrait of the man planting his seed in the fertile garden of a woman, and the seed would grow on its own. Why do you think he's given credit for begatting? But really what was happening is we didn't have a microscope to tell us that contraception was a sperm and an ovum. It was just the sperm, the seed, that began to grow within the woman. We began to learn about minute details. The telescope broke down the vast universe into smaller solar systems and smaller planets. And we knew the difference between the planets and the stars in some pretty profound ways. And we were able to pay attention to detail in ways that we never had. Atomization had taken part. It started with Descartes that began to say, I think, therefore I am. Now what is he trying to do?
Establish his existence?
He was trying to prove his existence. That if he could break down to the primordial first thing principle, he could break the human being down to that first thing, which is thinking, and he could prove his existence.
Okay, let's explore this a little bit more. You're talking about something that you could call microscoping. You're objectifying reality, you're zeroing in. Doesn't that give us a tremendous new precision? What's wrong with it? I don't understand.
It's brilliant. We needed it. It even broke us into specializations. And through specializations, we were able to tell people much more in a lifetime. Because now I didn't have to work in the whole scientific field, but I could work just in physics, or just in biology, or just in microbiology. So the specializations were brilliant. Historical critical methods in the Bible let us know that one man couldn't have written the whole book of Isaiah, or one man could not have written the Pentateuch. We were being able to see that there were later pieces of literature that had been inserted into the text. So we were able to see things like we never had seen them before.
Okay, there's an explosion of knowledge. We're getting specialized, digging deeper. What's not to like?
Part of the problem is we lost the whole in our attention to the minute. We lost the whole when we focused on little oral traditions in a biblical book and said the meaning lies in this oral tradition, when it was a pre-biblical, pre-scriptural tradition that adumbrated or came long before these books became whole.
Wait a minute, you're saying that when we thought that we were expanding and deepening our knowledge, in fact, we were plunging down so deep that we lost sight of the whole picture?
We lost the whole picture. And when it came to the microscope, we were able to find things like vitamin C in the 1940s, but later on we discovered that there were other principles going on, like whole properties of the vitamin C complex, rutin, hesperidin, and all the bioflavonoids. Those who were dealing with natural complexes were getting those in their diet. But after modernity had really hit its core and we could only reconstruct ascorbic acid, they were losing the whole vitamin C complex.
All of this is really worth pursuing a lot further. So let's do all of that more in the next 5 whole minutes.
Thank you, Steve.